else they're going to block me on YouTube. Okay. All right. We are on all platforms. Okay. I just want to make sure that's not in y'all way. Okay. We are on all platforms. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. My name is Patrice L. Stewart. I am the realest tax and business strategist that you will ever meet. All right. Today we are going to go over a couple of things. Okay. If you are new here to the page and the channel, welcome. I am on all platforms. I'm on TikTok under Patrice L. Stewart, YouTube under Patrice L. Stewart, and I did go live on Facebook just to let you guys know like that I'm kind of live on Facebook. But Facebook, I will not be here long. Okay. So come on over to TikTok. We're Patrice L. Stewart on all platforms. All right. I have a wealth of knowledge and information. I've been in the accounting, banking, tax industry for over 18 years now. Okay, I'm 41. Grew up on the southeast side of Chicago, born in Tarrytown, right? Not born in Tarrytown, but raised in Tarrytown pretty much my whole life. Okay. I'm very big on financial literacy, financial education, financial empowerment, which includes business, which includes credit, which includes taxes, because these are topics that as a community, we do not talk about enough. Okay. There are several ways to get to the bag legally in this country. And so what I'm going to do tonight is talk to you about some strategies that I myself utilize, as well as my clients that I help save hundreds of thousands of dollars in paying taxes every single year. Okay. You guys want to understand how the wealthy are able to continue to be wealthy. These are some of the strategies that are shared in rooms and communities that I'm in, and I'm going to share some of them with you all tonight. All right. So the title that I made today is, why does my LLC own my properties? Okay. I know in this country, you guys are brainwashed and taught to believe and think a certain way, which is to go to school, get an education, get a college degree, get a job, work for somebody for 40, 50 years, retire, and then travel or do whatever you're going to do, right? That's the dream, the American system that we have been taught our whole entire life. I'm the one here to tell you that dream is a lie, okay? Which is why if you're my age, you're 40 plus, and you're still living check to check, you don't understand money management, you don't understand credit, you don't really understand taxes, is because it's a system. You were never meant to learn and understand this stuff. This is why you're not educated. This is why it's not taught in school. This is why you don't learn credit, taxes, business, entrepreneurship in school. It's a reason. The system is set up for you to follow the system. Okay. So when you learn and you open up your eyes to the real world and reality that there is a whole world of people out here living their best life. Okay. And they're not stuck at a 9-to-5 job. And if they are still having a 9-to-5 job, that's something that a lot of them choose to do. But they're making enough money on the side in their businesses, in their side. I don't like to say side hustles because it's levels to this. Okay. You got a side hustle. Then when you're ready to grow, we become business owners. Okay. There's a difference in side hustling, and there's a difference from being a real, actual, legitimate business owner. So what I'm going to talk to you tonight about is when you're ready to stop side hustling and create real income for yourself and create structure and order in your life to where you can live your best life, travel, right? I share with you guys, I took a 30-day vacation. I took my mom and my dog, and we rented a home in Florida and Tampa in July. And I was in Florida the entire 31 days in July, living my best life. Didn't do it. Well, I did work. I was online with TikTok. TikTok and YouTube saw me that month, right? But work-wise, I wasn't working, right? I wasn't in the office filing taxes, meeting with clients, right? I was living my best life for those 31 days. Who takes a 31-day vacation, right? So tap in, okay? So tonight, what I'm talking about here is why my LLC owns my properties. I'm very into real estate right now. That's one of the ways that I'm investing or reinvesting the money that I make from my business is I'm reinvesting into buying the blocks back. I'm trying to buy my community back. I'm trying to make sure people in my neighborhood and community keep their home, keep their grandmother's house. And so I'm going to talk to you guys tonight about a way that I was able to come back to my community, buy back the family home that I grew up in, didn't allow the bank to take it. It was almost in foreclosure. We came back, took over it, got the property, rehabbed the property, and then I bought another one. Okay. Just bought another property 6 months ago. Now I'm on my third. All right. So I'm very big with us buying the block back, keeping and understanding that we need control and ownership in our neighborhoods. Okay. So because I'm a tax and business strategist, I'm gonna talk to you from the standpoint of a tax and business owner. How I think, how my mindset works, which also allows you to learn something if you've never heard of this or you never were taught this in school. TikTokers, I need you to give me them double taps, hit them screens, let's roll. If you are on YouTube, like the page, like the channel, like this video. That's how you support me. Facebook, there's nothing against any of you on here. I just need you to know and understand Facebook blocks my content. So I'm not responding or talking to any of you because I'm not really watching the screen over there. Okay. If you want to come over here to Patrice L. Stewart on TikTok and Patrice L. Stewart on YouTube, you are more than welcome to switch over to those platforms. But Facebook blocks my content. I can't put my link here. I'm definitely going to talk about my class that I have while I'm sharing this free information. Okay. So I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. Just know it's the platform. Okay. Facebookers, we're no longer really active on here. I just post on here and that's it. All right. Interaction, catch me on TikTok and YouTube. I'm Patrice L. Stewart on everything. Now let's roll. I think that was a long enough intro for y'all to understand who the hell I am. All right. Now, do you see this shirt that I have here? It says financially sexy. I want more women and men. I have financially handsome for men. I want more men and women to fully be financially sexy. All right. So let's go. Let's tap into how you can change that. If you are a homeowner or you have purchased a home before, okay, more than likely it's in your personal name, right? So when you file your taxes at the end of the year, what are the two things that you are able to write off as a homeowner, as an individual personal homeowner? I like to be interactive. So if y'all want to answer, let me know. Put your answer down there. What are the two things that you're able to write off on your taxes? Okay, I'm not gonna wait too long. You're able to write off, right, your taxes, and then you're also able to write off your mortgage interest payments if you have a mortgage. Okay, so you're not writing off the entire mortgage payment. You're only writing off the mortgage interest payment. Normally, you're not writing off your home improvement, right? Some things like you do have the residential energy credit, which qualifies some of you guys if you get like solar panels on your property, you're upgrading your property with, what is it called? I can't think of the name of it, the appliances, the energy efficient appliances and stuff like that, right? But that's not for everybody and it's not guaranteed, right? Now, here is a way. Now, that's all you get, right? Interest and taxes, right? That's all you get. Now, think about it like this. If I wanted to take over my family home, that's all I would have been able to do, okay? If I wanted to do a gut rehab, which was kind of really what I needed to do to get into the property, to have a tenant in the property, right? I thought about that. That didn't make sense because as a tax and business strategist, I know it's a much better way for me to do this and maximize my investments, right? So I'm going to show you how I did it. Instead of me coming in and try to buy the property or do a mortgage with the bank, I decided to allow but the person the family member who had this house was elderly, right? And I said, look, I know you're older. If you need assistance with that property, let me know. Okay. What happened was I ended up coming in, getting the property. We did a quick claim deed, which now gave me access to the property. Okay. And also rights to the property once you have a formal deed on file. Okay. That goes to the county. The county files that. Now I'm able to call and do whatever I need to do. And now I can actually utilize this as a property that I'm managing now. Okay. I have an LLC. My LLC is strictly for real estate investing, right? So those of you that are asking on TikTok, I'm gonna just answer real quick. This is not any LLC. You're not setting up, you're not buying property under your trucking company. You're not buying property under your hair salon. You're not buying property under your boutique. Okay. When you're doing different business structures and industries and entities, each business entity needs to have its own. So if I'm going to start a real estate company, you need to set up a separate LLC strictly for the real estate property management and investing. Okay. So you're not intertwining your different things. All right. That's not what we're doing. All right. I'm going to talk about that a little more. I'm going to talk about it more in the workshop, but I'm explaining a little bit more later on that. Okay. So when you do that, now guess what? You're in a totally different world, because now you switched yourself from an individual person to now you're a business. You're the owner, a manager of a business. And guess what? In the tax laws of this country, every single thing that we do as business owners, it must be ordinary and necessary for us to take it as a business expense. So guess what? As a property owner and a property management company or a real estate investor, what is ordinary and necessary? It's ordinary and necessary for me to rehab this property in order to get somebody in it to rent it out, correct? So now that means I need to do a rehab, right? So now guess what? The contractors that I paid, right? I paid electricians to come in to put me new lights in. I paid contractors to come in to do the flooring, to put new floors down. I paid a plumber to come in and do the sink and do the tub, right? These are all contractors. So now, in the eyes of the IRS, as a business owner, I can deduct when I pay a contractor, all right? I can also deduct the cost of material that is needed to fix this house, because again, it's under an LLC, which now puts me under business tax laws and structures, all right? So now that $30,000 rehab, guess what? Now that is a tax deduction and write-off for me. So if my property management company paid $100,000, right, or made $100,000, I'm able to deduct that $30,000 now, because that's part of me running this property management company. That's part of me being able to get this house together to be able to rent it out to somebody. All right. So now I've completely changed the game, right? I can't write off 30 grand as a personal individual homeowner, because the IRS says we ain't giving you no money for you updating your house. When y'all want to put a new bathroom in, that's your personal dwelling. All right. When you want to upgrade your closet, that's your personal dwelling. Right. But now, because I'm a business, now the IRS says, all right, we'll give it to you, especially if it's ordinary and necessary. All right. So that's one reason. Okay. That's just one. That's one of the reasons, I'm gonna just say, right? So now I'm also able to take advantage of building business credit. So now when I have an LLC in place, now I can start building business credit on that LLC. All right. So now I can go to Lowe's and Home Depot and Costco and all these other companies, and I can apply for business credit for that particular property. Right. Now I'm on my second property now. So each of my properties has their own LLC. Both of my properties are not intertwined into Duval Management Group. All right. Let me just state that. Then it's also protected by a holding company. All right. A holding company is a company that holds all of your assets. They don't own, they don't do no business, nothing. That's just where you push all of your assets that you own to. All right. Then it's also protected by a trust. So I have a personal family trust, and then I have a business trust. All right. These are the things that I'm going to go over in my 5-day wealth challenge that we start on Monday. We have a 5-day wealth challenge that I'm doing next week. All 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I will be on every evening, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, on a live Zoom workshop with me and 5 other guest speakers. We will be talking about personal credit versus business credit, personal deductions versus business deductions. All right. We're going over infinite banking, this whole life insurance, This whole IUL, universal index life assurance that you guys have been spreading all over TikTok, I see that all the time. I'm so sick of that. So sick of those videos going. Nobody is explaining to you all how this stuff works. Nobody is explaining to you all the real ways these things work and maneuver. Majority of you all do not qualify for IULs and universal life assurance policies. All that cash pushing, be your own bank. We're going to talk about that. Because one of the things that I love, Ladarius Hunt is speaking on Wednesday, and he's going to go heavy into this. Because a lot of times what you guys are not familiar with, everybody in financial services is not ethical. Everybody in financial services are not moral. Everybody in financial services are not doing things that are in the best interest for you, their client. That is one of the things that my people from the bank loved about me. They knew that I was a different kind of banker. When they came and sat down with me, they could tell immediately that I was in it to educate them, to help them. I wasn't just putting them in products that the bank wanted me to put them in to make a commission, right? So there are some people that will create these IULs and these policies, and they will build it best for them in their commission. So if the person is making 30 grand in commission, you probably do not have the best person that's putting your policy together, but you wouldn't know that. Because you're thinking, oh, they're a licensed agent and they're da 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 da. But you need to start paying more people to people's character, how people are, not just the facade that they show on the internet, the glitz and the glamour. Yeah, that's cool. But it's a lot of people that I know that push the glitz and the glamour and they have no moral, no character. They just about the dollar. All right. So the 5 people that I do have on this wealth challenge with me, I must say all of us are in alignment with how we think with empowering the community, educating you so you can be informed to make certain decisions, so you can learn the questions that you need to be learning to ask to whoever you're going to sit down with. Okay. So Thursday, we're going over passive income streams with Byron and Sharnice. They're a couple from Chicago who do mobile home investing. I've shared with you guys 2 years ago, I bought their course. I bought my first mobile home for $2,000. I flipped it in 7 days for $9,000. I made $7,000 in 7 days. Now, is everybody's story that way? No, but do they have many other people who have those same success stories? Yes, because this is what they do. They educate the community on ways to get into real estate. Everybody don't want to buy a single family home, or don't have the money to buy a single family home, or maybe get the opportunity to buy their family house back like I did, right? So mobile home investing is another way to get into real estate, but really with a way smaller investment. Okay. We're going to talk about that in that wealth challenge. And then on Friday, the last day, Gary Atkins is our trust and estate advisor. Gary's the one who enlightened me to show me that my stuff was set up incorrectly. I needed to change some stuff up, put some more asset protection in place, put a land contract on my house, put me a trust agreement in. You get what I'm saying? So he will be on speaking about the trust and estate planning, because again, the goal is for you to have ownership. The goal is for you to own something, leave something to your kids and your grandkids. All right. We got to get out of the looking good, but not really having shit in the bank mentality, because I'm really tired of that. It's a lot of y'all on here that be faking and funking. But when I see a lot of people numbers, okay, I see the taxes, right? I'm in financial services. So let's stop faking the funk of having the money, because when we send you them invoices, y'all be a little extra, right? But if you got it like that, then hey, you get what I'm saying? So let's get it in real life. That's my thing. Let's quit faking the funk and the phony, right? And let's actually be financially sexy for real in real life. Let's actually be financially handsome for real in real life, because it's really messed up that less than 10% of Americans do not have $1,000 in your savings account. So if you don't have $1,000 in your savings account, I'm glad you're on here tonight watching, being educated. You're not out messing around in the world and the land. You need to be over here getting that paper up, getting that brain together. All right. Now, do you have any questions so far with what I just said? That was one of the biggest things, you know what I'm saying, is switching your mindset from, or understanding, because you're not going to understand. And a lot of you are not going to understand if you've never been a business owner, you've never wanted to be a business owner, you've never aspired to be a business owner. If you don't, think a little bit more of us who are business owners, we are more willing to take risks. We are more willing to do the research to look up information. How can I turn this money into more money? How can I do this? How can I do that? Right? So, on the mindset of a business owner, if you started thinking like that, right, and then you learn these different things that I'm talking to you about, which is the tax deductions, the tax benefits, right, but also the credit benefits, the line of credit benefits, right, then you'll see how you can really start planning, making an action plan and planning to change you and your family's life. Even if you did nothing, you just got life insurance. That's the easiest cheat code to wealth. If you didn't do nothing of what I just said, and you just at least got life insurance for yourself, that's the easiest cheat code to wealth. Again, Facebook, I'm on TikTok and YouTube. I'm really not active on here. So if you guys have any questions, I would prefer you go over to TikTok and YouTube. I'm Patrice L. Stewart on all platforms. All right, let's start with TikTok. TikTok, hit that double tap screen because I'm about to start. If I have any VIP people, I have to answer my VIP people first. So let me scroll through. All of my VIP subscribers are first and priority as they are VIP. That's why they had that by their name. So let's just make sure I don't have any of those first, and then we'll go through and start answering some questions. I'm also going to put this behind me, TikTok, just so you guys could be aware. Like I said, I can do a lot more on TikTok. TikTok is our #1 platform. So just so you can see, this is the actual sales page. So the information that I'm getting ready to give you to get into the class, right, you'll see all of this when you click the link, right? So this is some of the stuff that we're talking about, the greatest cheat code to wealth, taxes versus deductions. Again, I'm a real legitimate business owner. So you're going to go to a real sales page. You're going to pay through Stripe or PayPal, right? I'm not asking you for Cash App and all that stuff on here. We are live on Zoom. This is also not pre-recorded. This is me and my guest speakers live talking to you so you can ask us questions. You can learn and understand. We know what the hell we're talking about, right? I'm not on here giving you a bunch of fluff and pre-recorded content like half of these fake gurus out here. That's the big difference with me. All right. So just understand that. And I'm giving you this to you right now for crackhead prices, $197. All right. And I decided to give it to you for 30 days. So you actually are going to be able to access the replays of the workshop. If you have to leave, if you can't get on, if you can't be on, you should still purchase it. So that way, if next week don't work for you, we're on in the evening, 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If that doesn't work, then at least you got 30 days to watch it afterwards. So I would still suggest you get in at this particular time while you have access to these prices. Because I told y'all 2023 is a big change for the company and the business. I've been on the internet a long time educating for free. So the free is going away. All right. And this is the last time I will have this kind of workshop. This is the last workshop of 2022. But I also want you guys to be informed because tax season is coming up. And I would hate for you to blow this tax money once again, ladies. All right. Trips and bags is cool, but if you don't have nothing to leave them kids, you don't have no life insurance policy, you don't have no kind of plan, no real money in the bank, it's time to step your game up. Both men and women. It's time to stop playing. Get it together and grow up. Let's be adults around here. I don't know what CBDC is. If you want to spell that out for me, then you can. Okay, thanks, Marvelous, for letting them know. I'm not saying that you have, okay, so let's clear this up. You don't have to buy your house in an LLC. If you get in the workshop, we'll explain more of that in detail. But in a nutshell, what I'm saying is I just gave you an advantage as to why the house is formally under an LLC. You may have just gotten here, but I shared that we still have a mortgage on the property, on one of the properties that I have. My family house, let's say that. My family house still has a small mortgage, less than $40,000. My family member is still on that mortgage. I had a quick claim deed signed in to where I can actually take authority and take over and manage the property. Once I pay the property off, then the property will be completely under the LLC. So which I plan on doing this upcoming 2023 is paying the property off in full, having the property paid in full and done. And then that way I can maneuver, I could pull cash out, I could buy another property out of this property because the value is up, right? So that's another thing again about the importance of keeping grandma house. It's an investment, it's an asset. And unfortunately, a lot of people who look like me are selling grandma house right now for pennies on the dollar. In Chicago, we have the Obama Library being built, and you guys are. I went to 3 houses last week. We have a junk removal business, and we do clean outs, we do basements, we do garages, we clean out junk removal. Whatever you want removed, we'll come get it. Right? That's my company with my partner. You call our hall. We cleaned out 3 houses last week. All were Black family homes that were sold way undervalued. And that's a problem for me. I'm one of them people that's going to say something about it. I'm not one of them people to get on the internet and talk and type like, unfortunately, a lot of you do. I'm trying to get more of you to become torch carriers. Carry the torch. Your grandparents got the property. The worst thing to do is to sell it off for a little bit of nothing. Y'all don't understand the sacrifices that it took them to get these property 30, 40 years ago. And then y'all selling them for 50,000, 60,000. And they worth 200,000 and 300,000. Like them crackhead prices. And then you wondering why our communities are being gentrified and white and Asian people are coming in and taking over because you're selling your grandma's house for crackhead prices. It's as simple as that. And somebody got to say something about it. So I'm that one. That's what we're talking about. And that's again why I'm doing the whole 5-day wealth challenge, because you need to understand that. If you knew and understood, you could have easily got a hard money lender, whatever you need. It's all kind of ways you could have got the money to keep grandma house, right? It's more than enough of you guys that can probably pull together and get the taxes out, right? People houses are going for taxes. I did that the other day. A $285,000 house valued went for $8,000 on the tax lien sale because again, a urban family didn't understand the value of grandma house and somebody bought it on the tax lien sale for $8,000. Now, if they don't acquire that property back within the next 2.5 years, that person gets that property free and clear for that $8,000. Now, they would have to pay the taxes moving forward, right? So even if they had to pay $8,000, say 2 more times, they still winning. If you have to pay $8,000 3 times, that's $24,000 that you got, and you got a whole property that's worth almost $300,000. You winning. You're winning. And that's what they're doing, coming in our neighborhoods because they know y'all don't understand the value of what you have. And so they're taking advantage of it left and right. And then you're going to be complaining when it's a Whole Foods up and when it's this and when it's that and when you're not seeing the people who look like you, but it's going to be your own fault because nobody's talking about this. Nobody want to have this conversation. So crackhead prices, $197 for all 5 days to be in. Hello, how are you? Is your mom taken? When you have an attorney that runs your trust and they die, who inherits the legal matters, etc. I mean, that's going to be based off of the attorney's office. Usually an attorney will have, that kind of information in play. So you still will want to contact the attorney office because I'm sure there's another attorney that's going to take over it. They usually have paperwork like that in place because, again, they're attorneys, they're partners. So somebody within that law office is more than likely going to take over the legal matters. Yes, you could buy multi-properties with LLCs. You could buy commercial properties with LLC. You could buy any kind of property with an LLC. That's the whole thing. An LLC, you can also buy property. You can buy property with a trust. You can set up a family trust and buy property. A trust can have an EIN number. A trust can open up a bank account. A trust can act just like an individual person. This is why I'm so big on talking to you about trust and not just wills. A will with no trust is null and void. That's why so many Black families are in probate court. That's why we're not talking about wills. Wills could be a part of the trust. The biggest thing is the trust. The trust is where the value is. My grandparents had a family trust for us, and this is the type of stuff that you're able to do. You're able to put stipulations. You're able to say, like, I don't want my kids to have access to this money until they're 30. if you don't like your son wife, you could put in your trust, I don't want my son wife to have no access to this money. This money only goes to my grandkids. All right. My grandparents set up a family trust, and my stepmother was not a part of that. Okay. The trust was for my dad, my uncle, and me and my three siblings. Right. So when they passed away, the three of us, three of them and me, the four of us split the funds in that trust. The other stipulation that they put in there was if we didn't go to college and have a college degree, we could not access our trust money. The trust money just go back to the trust and it's split through the rest of the people. So unfortunately, my little brother, he didn't finish college. So when we dissolved the trust, he could not get a check. But me and my sisters gave him his money. You know what I'm saying? We not money hungry. We wasn't raised like that. We don't argue about money, but a lot of people do. Right? So this is, again, if you're not having these conversations with your family, 9 times out of 10, y'all family gonna be arguing about money because y'all don't have these kind of conversations. But my grandparents instilled in us very early on this kind of knowledge and information. So we understood, right? We understood why my little brother didn't go to college. It didn't matter. You don't got to have college today. It's a whole lot of other things you could do. College is not needed for everybody. If you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, yeah, you need college. You want to be an entrepreneur? I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I didn't want to go to college. I went to college because my dad wanted me to go. I didn't even know about that trust requirement until after I graduated. But I went to college because my dad wanted me to go. I wanted to make my dad proud. I wanted my grandparents proud. I knew very early on I didn't need no damn college. I knew I was a boss, that I was going to be an entrepreneur and be doing my own thing. But I did what my parents and my grandparents wanted me to do. But that's the type of stuff you can stipulate in a trust. That's what we don't talk about. So also the trust can be your beneficiary. So again, if you have kids that you know are not financially literate, why would you leave them 100,000, 200,000, 300,000? And then now they're blowing the money. I've seen so many people blow 100,000 in less than 6 months, blow 200,000 in less than 6 months. Right? So if you want your family to maintain the money, a trust protects that. A trust dictates that. So you're able to leave the trust. The trust could be your life insurance beneficiary. So that way now the money goes into the trust and you could say, I want property bought out of this. I want certain things done with this. You get what I'm saying? And they have to abide by that. And especially if it's usually an irrevocable trust. It's no going back and forth. The family's not stuck in probate court with all of that. Right? You in probate court with them wheels with no trust. You in probate court, who the young boy that just died out of Migos? This is what I'm talking about. Migos, right? The dude from Migos. No trust. No estate plan. All that money. And nobody told him to put nothing together. This is what I'm talking about. Rappers, athletes, all these people with all this money and still don't know how to manage it. Still don't know how to package it and put it together. Now all that money wasted. Same way with the Black Panther dude. Probate court. $900,000 to the state unnecessarily. Waste the money. Because as African American people, we are not having these conversations. And that just let me know, even when you make it, they still ain't having these conversations. So I'm trying to teach you now, early on. Same way. Y'all gonna start naming celebrities. It's a bunch of them, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Pay attention to the celebrities. If the celebrities not managing their money and they getting going in probate court, then you need to at least understand your little assets, okay? Protect your stuff. We don't help with all of this in one class at $197. No. We're providing you a bunch of valuable information at $197, and you can work with each individual speaker after that to help you with all of that. That's what you can do. But are we going to walk you step by step through every single thing for $200? No, those are crackhead prices at all. But you're going to get a lot of valuable information, millions of dollars worth of information for $200. That's what we're going to do. You can buy the replay. The replay will not be $197. This is actually going to be a course that will be on my website for next year, and it would not be $197 because it's going to be a full-fledged course, like a do-it-your-own course, like an 8-week course. So when we sell it as a course, it's going to be packaged for a lot more money. You're getting a lot more value buying it now at the $197. You have 30 days to access the content. All right. So you have 30 days from the day that we end to access the content. And I also just gave you guys a payment option, which is, again, crackhead prices. So if you needed to spill it out over 3 or 4 months, we also gave you that option. Class is $197. You close on the house in Dalton in mid-June. I will have any tax advantages for 2023. I don't know what you're gonna have, baby. That's not how this works. You congratulations on closing on the house, but there's no way for me to tell you what tax advantages you're gonna have for 2023. I don't know your situation. I don't know what you spent. I don't know your paperwork. I ain't seen your taxes. It's impossible for me to say any of that. But congratulations on your house. Is it necessary to get an LLC for each property, or is it just get an LLC for one? Great question. You are getting an LLC for each property. People who are smart get an LLC for each property. That's what I'm gonna say. I can't give you legal advice. I'm not your tax person. I'm not your, I'm not an attorney, but I'm not your tax person. I don't do your personal taxes, so I don't know your whole situation. But what I would say is people who are smart set up a separate LLC for each individual property. If you roll everything into one, if something happens with one property, then guess what? Now all of your other properties are in that lawsuit. If one tenant want to sue you, now all of your other properties are wrapped up in that lawsuit. So smart people how we teach in this workshop, you're going to set up a separate LLC for each property. If you build, new, or buy a home that doesn't need any work, should I still put my personal home? I can't give you personal advice. That's a personal consultation. I'm not giving personal advice. This is informational purposes. Every single one of us are different. So I can't tell you what you can and can't do. And I don't know none of y'all on here. VIP, tap in. You can click that link right there. You can't click it on here because it's a photo. But you can go to my profile page, which is right here. Click there, and then the link is going to take you to another link. All right. Or you can text me to this phone number, Wealth 773-253-8668. You can text Wealth. This is the last workshop of the year. So I'm not doing any other workshops after this. The last 2 weeks of the year, I'm going in hybrid mode. I need a break before tax season gets heavy and we get started with tax season. So this is the last workshop. It's very detailed. That's why it's a 5-day wealth challenge, because we want more of you empowered financially. And we're talking about 5 different topics for $197. All right. So I'm not talking about how to get an increase on the credit card. I'm sticking to this one topic today. We're going over business credit in the workshop. Get in the workshop. Can somebody purchase the replay? Yes, but it will not be at $197. Once you create your LLC for your real estate, do we build up the business credit first before buying? You can build the business credit up while you're buying. You don't have to wait. But yes, I would definitely take advantage, because that's another reason and a benefit of having a business is we're able to build business credit. When you actually decide to register your company with the Secretary of State and be a LLC, a non-for-profit, a corporation, a corporation or LLC that has an S corp attached to it, all of those are real legitimate business advantages. And so those of us, once again, who are smart in business, yes, that is one of the advantages. You get way bigger limits and lines of credit having a business, having a corporation or an LLC. Tap in. Text me Wealth to 773-253 or 8668, or you can click the link in my profile page up here in the top, and it will take you straight to the link. So everything is on that link. That's how you're ordering. You're buying and securing your seat. You need a credit or debit card or PayPal account. All right. We don't do Cash App and Zelle and all that other stuff. Again, I'm a real legitimate business. And everybody is required to be on the Zoom. So you can't just be sitting there with a picture and a photo. Everybody needs to show their face on Zoom. All right. All of my stuff is copyrighted, so it's no recording. This is why we give you access to the recording. You don't have to do all that extra ghetto, unnecessary stuff, screen recording, because actually that's illegal, because all of my stuff is copyrighted. I don't play games about my stuff. I'm check to check, ready to learn, unlearn. Let's roll. So let me explain this. The reason why you're setting up a company is for investment properties. Investors do not want you to be trying to get a loan from them to buy your home that you want to live in. So your personal home that you want to live in, this is more than likely not going to qualify under the LLC if you're looking for funding. Now, how I did it is different because again, I am a business owner. I had access to cash, right? So I shared with TikTok earlier my story. I lost my house in 2018. I did a modification. I had no clue of when you do a modification that you're saying and agreeing to an active foreclosure. So I didn't know that. I'm thinking when you do a modification, you're going to get a modification and be good. And that's it. When you do a modification, especially when you let them know you self-employed, they had the rigmarole with me. Come find out, they decided to put my house on auction, and my house was on auction. So I could not buy my house back at that point. I found out from a friend who's a real estate investor who told me how to do it. He told me, set you up an LLC, have a family member be the managing member of that LLC, go on that auction site and bid for your house. We did that. I won my house. But guess what? Because I didn't have the $40,000 to pay cash for the house, I had to go through a hard money lender. So this is what happens when you go through a hard money lender. Your house has to go through an appraisal. Well, when Black people tell y'all that it's real when it comes to redlining and companies be messing us around and try to BS us, that's real. Because the company had the nerve to come back and say my house was only worth $42,000. That was impossible. When other houses in that same area, 4 blocks within my radius, were going for 100 to 130,000. So they were trying to play me. So I didn't get the deal. I had to forfeit the deal. I ended up getting our down payment back later on, but that's at that point is when I had to talk to God, and God said, "Baby, I got bigger for you. Let it go." Right? So I packed everything I had and moved into my office. I had a 2,000 square foot office on 95th before I moved to the office I'm in now. And I lived in my office for 11 months. I sacrificed. It was me and my dog. Lived in my office for 11 months, stacked my paper, worked, grinded, stacked my paper. So when I reached out to that family member who owned my family house, and I said, "Hey, if you're not ready or you can't keep that property, let me know." Because it was a brick structure. Brick properties. These brick homes, bungalows is real popular in Chicago. They worth value, right? So I saw that. And 3 months later, they reached out to me like, "You know what? I'm ready to move around." And so I came in and got the house out of foreclosure. I was able to have the cash this time, right? When I first had my house, I wasn't ready. And this is how we got to understand. It's okay for us to go through things. It's okay for us to lose things. It's okay. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Now I can sit here and talk about it and not have no problems, walk with my head high, because now I'm 2 properties up, right? Now I'm a couple of businesses in, right? So I didn't let that one situation affect me and just change my whole life. And I'm devastated and could never, ever heal from it. Like, you guys have to be able to understand, you got to keep moving. And sometimes things happen to you so that it's an experience. That was a learning experience for me. Because when that white man pulled up to my house in that pickup truck, I said, I said, I'm going to be just like him. I'm going to be pulling up to houses, cashing out people out their house in my pickup truck. And guess what I'm doing right now in 2022, rolling into 2023? Rolling up to houses, buying houses, right? So just 4 years ago, I lost mine and now I'm up. So I need y'all to understand, like, don't let situations get you down. And also, you don't know certain things. We're not taught certain things. We're not educated in school on this kind of stuff. So if you don't know, you don't know, right? But luckily, I worked in banking. I had a friend that was able to share that with me, and I took that and I ran with that. And I've been building business credit, setting up companies, helping my clients set up companies, setting up trust and estate plans. I'm so much more than a tax person. That's why I don't like when people call me the tax lady. Baby, I'm more than that. I'm a wealth empowerment pusher, right? I'm a mindset booster. I'm a community leader. I'm a chosen one. Like, I'm not no little tax lady. I'm not just entering numbers. Like, I'm changing lives around here. I'm changing families around here. I'm leaving a legacy. That's the difference. Big difference. All right. So don't ever let nothing you go through allow no changes for you or to make you think that you limited or you not worthy. Because I had to battle that with myself in them dark nights when I was sitting there in that dark room. I had to talk to God. I had to get in with my creator. I had to tap into my ancestry. I had to tap into my bloodline. My grandmama had to have a conversation with me. Like, recognize who you are, baby. All right. And I need more of y'all to understand that and tap in, especially people of color who look like me. Y'all be like really accepting the bare minimum in life. And there's so much more to life. When building the LLC, can I still get the home buyer's credit? No, that home buyer's credit is for personal individual people. And that's again what we're going to go over in there. Listen to this. Don't get stuck. I'm not saying that your single family home that you want to live in, that you have to buy it under an LLC. I'm not saying that. Y'all not listening. We can show you how you can attach the LLC to your home that you already own in your name. Get out of that. I'm not saying that you got to buy your house in an LLC. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying set the LLC up. No one understand why you are setting the LLC up. In the workshop, we're going to explain to you how we're doing these different things, okay? But no, you want to still take advantage of stuff like that. If you can get the first home buyer's credit, if you could get down payment assistance. But this is the other thing. If you don't need to buy a single family home, you don't need a single family home. I would not have bought a single family home if I would have really told my idea, which was me owning real property. You could have bought a 3 flat. You could buy a 3 or 4 unit with that initial loan. When you talk to a loan officer and they approve you for $400,000, that $400,000 qualifies for a 3 unit. Most people don't tell you that. So why do you need a single family home all the time? Buy your investment property first. Get that 3 flat. Get that income coming in. Now you could go buy the house that you want. The second property could be your house. You get what I'm saying? But we always think we got to buy our house first. No, buy your investment property first, right? You live in that property for a year. That's the stipulation, right? You got to live in it a year, right? Or a couple of years, right? How many people are they going around checking every day? I'm just say that real quick, right? But that's what you do. You use the tools that are available for you to get what you need, but you maximize it. If you could qualify for a 3 unit, why would you buy a little single family house? Now I know some of y'all like, well, Patrice, I don't want to be a tenant. Also, this is not about what you want. This is about an asset making. This is about making money. Get out of y'all feelings. Because some of y'all be, I don't want to do this and I don't want to work every day. I don't want to get on here and talk to you on the internet all the time. But I have to understand my assignment. I have to understand that this conversation here is going to change generations. Okay? They can watch my video and my content 10, 20 years from now. Just how I'm watching Dr. Miles Monroe and saying, oh, I love me some Dr. Miles Monroe. In 20 years, it's going to be some kids. Oh, that Patrice Stewart was a mug. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not about what you want right now. It's about you and your family and what you giving back, what you leaving, what's the legacy. You get what I'm saying? So get up out of y'all feelings all the time. Like, I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. If you can get a 3 to 4 unit, why would you settle for less in a 400,000 single family house? Because that's a bill. Your crib is a bill. Your car note is a bill, right? So why not have something that's going to pay for that bill? If you want to drive the Range Rover, your house can pay for it. If you want to drive and live in a 400,000, 500 Madison house, your properties can pay for that. Now you're not struggling how y'all are now. You're struggling with the bills you got now because you got one W-2 income, right? That's why I'm trying to tell you, think bigger. Think outside the box, and especially with y'all Black people. Y'all way too much in your feelings. I had to talk to you the other day about the whole Deion Sanders thing. Way too much in your feelings. You can't be in feelings with torch carriers. You can't be in feelings with chosen ones. Those of us that are empowerment pushers, we know how to come in the room, change the atmosphere. We can't be stuck at no one place for too long. God has a different mission and calling for us. So a lot of y'all don't understand Deion. It's not for you to understand. God that had that conversation with him. All right? But get up out your feelings with it. That's what it's about. Too many feelings are involved. Ain't no feelings when it comes to business. $1 million people sitting at the table, they not thinking about a bunch of feelings. They're thinking about what's best for the company, what's best for that. You get what I'm saying? Tap in. TikTok, let's roll. Let's do a double tap. Double tap countdown, TikTok. Let's roll. I'm going to be silent real quick. Let me take a couple of sips. I've been talking a lot. Y'all want to know why I wear this financially sexy shirt every day? White, black. This is uniform. This is a tax deduction for me. Me buying Gucci, that's not a necessary expense for my business. I don't get a tax write-off for Gucci, right? I can get a tax write-off for the photo shoot that you wore the Gucci in, right? Because that's for business, right? But labels and brands are not the goal. It's not. Labels and brands don't mean that you're wealthy. Labels and brands don't mean that you got no money. Labels and brands usually mean a lot of bills and a lot of check to check. Most of the ones who I know that really got some money, they ain't worried and stuck about labels and brands, right? But I have 30 of these shirts. I have 30 of the white shirts. I have 30 of the lab shirts. That investment, that $1,000 investment is now a tax deduction. This is also my uniform. This is my brand. Why wouldn't I rock my brand? Why would I rock Gucci and Louis? Again, them trust fund accounts. Y'all steady building up their trust funds. Where y'all kids trust fund at? How many of y'all got a trust for yourself and you and your children? But how many of you have Gucci, Louis, Nike, Jordans? Them all trust funds that you supporting and helping. All right? So I need you to tap in. Where your trust fund? Where's your kids' trust fund at? Think about that. Some people get hurt in their feelings. Hey, sometimes the truth hurt. Like I said, I'm going to say what the regular financial people don't tell you. Big difference with me. I ain't knocking you if you got it, but that's the thing. I know majority of you don't have it. Again, we see the numbers. We see the numbers. All of us business owners talk about it. We send you that invoice, it become a totally different conversation. Will Fletcher, I'm not talking about getting business credit. You can learn, if you want to tap in, you can tap into the workshop. But I'm not really going heavy into that. I'm giving plenty of information, but I'm not giving it all. We got a lot going on. Miss Raina, you say, I am in tears. Tears right now. Girl, come on. I know I'm touching your spirit. It's what I'm supposed to do. Different, baby. I'm chosen. I know how to talk to the people. Even if they don't want to hear it. It's still coming from a place of love because I want you to do better. You look good, but you're broke. I mean, I want you to do better. You look good, but that bank account empty. If you ain't got $1,000 in that savings account, hey, that Gucci bag can wait. Gucci bag can wait. Let's get you a mobile home investment or something going. Get you a little business started, vending machine, something. Got to flip that money. We don't spend that money. We flip that money around here in my community. We teach how to flip money. We ain't consumers. We investors. We buyers. Can I say anything? So I don't know anything about a reverse loan. I'm very crazy stuff about them reverse mortgages. I don't know nothing about that. I can't tell you that. You probably need to speak to a mortgage lender and get some more information on that. But I don't have no experience with reverse mortgage. I only talk about what I personally know, what I've experienced, what I can personally talk about. Okay. So I know a lot, but I don't know that one. Exactly. Switch the categories of how the home purchase can be beneficial. Come on, Pete. You taking notes. I like that. You got the little handwritten note down there. Let's roll, Pete. Let's roll. What are the ways that a house could be an ordinary and necessary for business? Rachel, you must be new. You must have just chimed in. I've been on here a minute and I've been talking. How long I've been on? I've been on almost an hour, Rachel. So you're probably going to have to catch my live tomorrow. I'm going to be on again tomorrow. because I'm pushing this workshop all for the rest of these 2 days, because it's the last one of the year and y'all need to be in it. This is actually a workshop full of professionals in our fields. We're all experts in our fields. We all are real, true, legitimate business owners. And then I just got to give it up. This is all freaking Black men on this panel, besides Byron and Sharnice, a Black couple, but all freaking Black men on here. Let me just give it up to my Black educated brothers on here, baby. They are coming to speak and give you some knowledge, and they ain't no finesses. It's a lot of dudes out here that be finessing with all that fast, slick talk. No, these is real brothers that is empowering the community, that want to see the community grow. They in alignment, in the mindset of just how I am. We not in it just for the money, right? It's a lot of people, like I said, in financial services that's in it just for the money. Every single one of these people are real educators in their field, all right? I'm so proud of that. I just want to reiterate that. Black men on the panel, baby. Black men on the panel. Can't tell me what Black men can't do. No, it's not free, baby. Ain't nobody giving away this kind of free information for crackhead prices. It's $1. It's $197. That's damn near $1.97. That's why I say crackhead prices for the information that we giving. If you've been on here listening to me for this hour, I done already gave you millions of dollars worth of gems for free. So imagine what you getting in the workshop for $197. That's y'all problem, thinking that free. You gone over with that free mindset. We pay for information around here, especially when it's real valuable. Can't expect everything for free. You're going to always stay stuck and limited. If you're not willing to invest in yourself, then you'll always be where you at. I've spent personally over $85,000 investing in myself. So yeah, this one is not free. Thank you. It's crazy. I always skip the lives, but you caught my attention. All right, come on. I don't get paid until Friday. Girl, oh, it's all right. Catch us next year. I do have a payment plan. I did a 4-month payment plan. Y'all can get in the workshop for $60. And I'm actually about to raise it that you got to pay $100 at minimum. And then you could do the payment plan for the difference. Who do that? Who give you a payment option for $197 ticket price? Nobody. I want to learn to flip mobile homes. You'll learn it in the workshop. Byron and Sharnice have a whole hour. Every single speaker has a whole hour for their particular thing. I'm not talking about nothing. You're getting the whole speaker for that hour, and then we're doing Q&A after that. Okay, let me refresh the screen because I think I'm missing some. That's the last one I answered. All right, let me answer YouTube real quick. TikTokers, keep that double tap rolling. Everybody do a double tap right now on TikTok while I answer this one question on YouTube. Let's roll. What's the best way for me to take my phone 1K out? I feel like I can make more money without them controlling it. Oh, you're saying 401K. You probably typing. Then I want to invest into my business too. Definitely one of the best ways. Ladarius, I would say Ladarius on Wednesday is going to talk about how you can maneuver some things from your 401k into the products and services that he's going over. On Wednesday, he's going over the life insurance, and he's also going over the infinite banking, which is the cash value life insurance, IUL, index universal life insurance, UIL, universal life insurance. He's going to go ULI. He's going to go over all of those different options, right? Why you may want to consider them, right? Again, we're not here to sell you on anything. What we're doing is giving you educational information. So that way, at the end of their time, you can take their information. They're going to have their information. We're going to share their information. And if that at that time you want to work with them further to do these certain things and these certain steps, then now you have a real legitimate person that you can work with or go to. You get what I'm saying? But as far as getting heavy into what you're doing and how you can do it, I can't tell you none of that. I don't know. I don't know what your 401k is, what kind it is. Is it IRA? Is it Roth IRA? You get what I'm saying? It's all kind of other questions that has to be asked. So you can learn some information in that wealth challenge from him on Wednesday. He's going to go heavy into that topic. All right. How do you become a VIP on TikTok? So you see up here, it's a little star. That's my subscription. You can subscribe and pay a monthly fee. It's like $1.99, $2.99, something like that. And then that way I answer your questions. So if you are VIP, I go through and you guys are priority. I answer your questions first. Same way on YouTube. I have subscription. If you do a tip or you be a subscriber, then I answer your direct questions because I'm on 3 different platforms. I'm only answering questions on 2. Facebook, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. We're pretty much done. I'll put the link in the information if any of you all want to tap into the wealth challenge. Actually, I can't put the link in on Facebook. That's why I don't really be on Facebook like that no more. I just post on here. Facebook blocks all of my content. They blocked my booking link. I can't even share my link or my information no more because I got so many haters on Facebook. People stuck in their mindset, stuck in the hood mentality, jealous, envious, evil. Go through and report 40, 50 pages worth of content, 40, 50 videos. Like, you got too much time on your hand, baby boy, baby girl, whoever you was in the land. But that's all right. You don't stop nothing. That's why we on TikTok and YouTube. Way better platforms anyway. 5-day wealth challenge. You could text me there. You could text wealth. But other than that, Facebook, y'all can chime on over to TikTok or YouTube. I'm Patrice L. Stewart. Have a good night. All right, let me refresh the screen because I know I got hit that double tap TikTok. Long as you on here watching, hit that double tap. It's more than enough of us. We are a community. So in a community, we pick up the torch. If you see them hearts go away, somebody else start tapping in. One person can't keep it up. It's called community. That's what we got to learn as Black people. Deion Sanders can't carry the torch alone. It's time for somebody else to come pick up the torch. Y'all expecting a Martin Luther King and a Malcolm. It ain't gonna never be another Martin and Martin Luther King because don't nobody know how to pick up the torch. It's called pick up the torch. My grandmother was the first civil rights leader in my family. I picked up the torch. That's why I'm on here speaking. She was a teacher. She was an educator. I picked up the torch. That's what it's called. One Black person can't carry the whole Black community. Black people need to get it together, pick up the torch, work together. There we go. Thank you. YouTube. All right. Y'all haven't asked any other questions. Are y'all still alive? Y'all still here? Because again, we got 9 people on here. All right. I'm done. I'm going to get off of here on YouTube. I'm going to finish up on TikTok. Y'all can come on over to TikTok, Patrice L. Stewart. Let me put the link in the comments for you on YouTube, and we are done. 5-day wealth challenge. Tap in. All right, I'm out, YouTube. Come on over to TikTok, Patrice L. Stewart.